Hello students. For this chapter on CVP analysis, I thought it would be helpful if we went through a comprehensive problem. The one we're going to go through covers all the learning objectives. It is a fairly simplified problem, but it does hit all the high points that are important for this chapter. So on this comprehensive CVP analysis, Marcus Allen is evaluating a business opportunity to sell premium car wax at vintage car shows. The wax is sold in 64-ounce tubs. Marcus can then buy the premium wax at a wholesale cost of $29 per tub. He plans to sell the premium wax for $84 per tub. Nice markup. He estimates fixed costs such as travel costs, booth rental cost, and lodging to be $880 per car show. So requirement one is asking us for the break-even analysis. Just how much must he sell per show to break even? Okay, well, we know our break-even analysis or break-even formula is fixed expenses divided by our contribution margin per unit. And of course, we also know from prior chapters that contribution margin per unit is our selling price per unit less variable cost per unit. So contribution margin for this product is going to be $55 per unit. Fixed costs were given in the problem as $880. So divide 880 by the 55, and that tells us that in order for us to cover the fixed expenses with the contribution margin per unit, that we need to sell 16 tubs. Okay, so that will answer requirement number one. Okay, now requirement number two. Marcus, assume he wants to earn a profit of $1,320 per show. Determine the sales volume in units necessary to earn the desired profit. And then B is determine the sales volume in dollars. And then C is using the contribution margin format, prepare an income statement to confirm your answers to parts A and B. Okay, so first determine the sales volume in units. So when we're looking to determine what the sales volume with the desired profit, operating income that we're looking at, what we're doing is trying to alter or change our break-even to accommodate for the operating income. So all we're doing is changing our break-even formula now to add in the operating income. So instead of contribution margin just breaking even and covering our fixed expenses, now we want our contribution margin to also cover the operating income that we've targeted. So we're going to add that in. So the 880 in fixed expenses plus the operating income, 1,320 divided by our contribution margin. And that tells us that in order to reach the desired profit level, he would need to sell 40 tubs. And then just to get the, in part B, the sales price level, we already know, of course, we just calculated the number of units, 40, and then we just multiply that by the selling price each of $84, which was given to us. So total sales dollars to reach the desired profit, 3,360. Now we can prove this, and always good to double check your numbers anyway. And we can do that by preparing a condensed income statement. So we know what our sales level is here. We just calculated that. And our variable expenses, well, we're selling 40 tubs, and our variable costs are $29 per unit, 1,160. That gives us our contribution margin. Less those fixed expenses, 880, which was given, gives us our operating income that we are targeting of 1,320. So we did prove that and prepare our condensed income statement. Okay, then the final question or requirement, part 3, is to determine the margin of safety between the sales volume at the break-even point and the sales volume required to earn the desired profit. Okay, so we've already calculated both of those, so that's fairly simple. And then the margin of safety in both dollars, units, and as a percentage. Okay, so moving to requirement 3, our margin of safety is just the difference between our sales at our target level, which included our operating income, and our sales at our break-even level. Okay, so in other words, what are the dollars as far as a margin of safety that we have between just breaking even, and then providing that operating target level that we're looking for. So the difference in our margin of safety, 2016. And then in units, it's simply the difference between the number of units that we need to sell to get our desired profit level and our break even, our 24 units. And then as a percentage, our margin of safety in dollars was calculated as of 2016. So that, as a percentage of our sales at target level of 3,360, is 60%. And there was one additional calculation up here, the 1,344. We had previously calculated the number of units at 16 that we needed in order to break even. And of course, we just multiply that again by the sales level. That's where the 1,344 number came from. That covers all of the learning objectives for the CVP analysis. Please let me know if you have any questions.